Hey everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Air Hauler with me, Herd37. So we got two more flights in our 737s. Both of them are at bases. One's in Jacksonville, that's the 900 series. The 700 series, which we're going to fly now, is in Daytona Beach. And this flight, let's see if we can find Daytona down here, right there. Of course, the 700 can't carry as much. Can only, I think it's what, 22,000 pounds, something like that capacity. So this one's going to be 15,500 pounds. It doesn't pay great. And it's going to go out to Gunnison in Colorado, KGUC. All total, it's about 1,550 miles. It says 1,400, but the way we got to get up there in the flight plan, I think it's actually close to 1,550 miles. This is the second to last one because the next one will fly out of Jacksonville. I think I already had, to Missoula, Montana, in the 900 series, and after that we'll move on. I think we'll move on to the 787. I know we're going to move on, but I'm pretty sure it'll be to the 787. So everyone wants to see that plane. So I've already got it loaded up. I put in extra fuel because sometimes we burn a little more. Plus we're flying out to the west, so we're going to be going against the wind. So we need a little more extra fuel. Take a day flight, and we flew it in. I guess it doesn't matter too much when we fly out to the west of the time. Why should we be going backwards? But I'll put it, about 10 o'clock right there, 9:58. And let's go ahead and move on over to the plane. All right, everybody, here we are at the plane. Take a look outside. We've got our wing there in the jetway. Out the plane over there. I love when they have stuff like that. The trucks. Oh, is this exactly where we parked? I can't even remember. I think it was Daytona International Raceway. Love the scenery. Let's get our lights on real quick. Let's put on steady. Anti-collision, come on. I can't remember the altitude landing. I'll set that. We'll come back to it. I was going to update it just a little bit ago and completely forgot. So I went to FS Commander and I tried to do the route finder a bunch of times and it wouldn't let me do it. It said that too many requests on the server, so I ended up doing it myself. Anyhow, so I completely forgot to update. KDAB. Alright, route. Going KDAB to Gunnison, Colorado. That's KGUC. There we go. Activate and execute. Departures and arrivals. We're going to depart 7 left. We're not going to use the SID. The SID and the star out of Daytona Beach are useless. And we're going to land ILS on runway 6. No transition and no star, obviously. And we'll check that out in a second to see if that actually worked. Alright, so 0 fuel weight. Reserves, I always put it to 3. Cost index, let's go 75. Actually, let's do what? I don't know if it's going to make much of a difference to go 75 to 80. So let's see. It says 39,000. I don't know. Let's try 37,000. See, it says we'll have a bunch, but I think because of the wind, we actually won't have that much. And we don't need a derated takeoff or anything. Flaps, let's go 10. We're about 59% fuel and not like anywhere near our max on cargo, so it's not that bad. 572. That looks good right about there. Get our V-speeds here. 127 for V2. Put that in. Alright, that all looks good. Let's go over to the approach. We'll get the speed. 130. Alright, now let's check out the route here. Move that up a bit. Because like I said, I had to do this myself as well. And the approach was kind of odd since there's no star or anything. It looked kind of weird. So we'll step through this. So I want to see if PMDG and everything put in their own approach. Well, that looks like us. We have to come around there. Well, that actually worked pretty well. Yeah, so the runway is 7,730 feet. 7,000, so I think we go 7,750, I think. And we're going to 37,000. Alright, so let's turn the flight directors on. Turn your TCAS on. Alright, parking brake coming off. Go ahead and push back. Alright, so the heading for the runway is 071. Taking off over the ocean. And like we usually do in Daytona Beach. RNAV and LNAV are armed. I think that's pretty much everything for right now. Got to, I can't remember, I don't think they do it backwards over there. I think it's still to the left. So the radio for minimums is what we set. I guess we could go ahead and arm auto throttles. I kind of hate doing that because I'm always worried. It seems like there's an occasional screw up with some of the planes when you do that. Just like take off immediately. Backing up to the line, we'll probably miss it. It's like a small terminal over here. I can't remember exactly if it's really that small or not. Like I said, I haven't been there in a long, long time, but I did fly in there back in the day. I don't remember seeing the raceway. I don't know how I missed that. We landed there, we took off there, and I just don't, for the life of me, I don't really remember it. I kind of want to say I remember flying or driving by it, leaving the airport, but I can't really remember. Get my views set up. 1, 2, 5, 10 on the flaps. A little too much there. And we'll hang it right here. That's our runway right in front of us. So we'll hang it right, get down to the end. Not even sure how close we are to the end. Now, I can't remember, is that the taxiway and then the runway, or is that the runway right there? Because I don't see any runway signs. I see that is the runway. I'm shocked that there's no... Oh, there they are. You just can't hardly see them because they're so dark. Just kind of looking around. I thought I saw someone moving down there. Nope. So hang it right here. Went out a little too far because that stopped. Alright, so flaps are set. I think everything is pretty much set now. So we could just do a rolling takeoff when we get up there. So today is Friday, the day after Thanksgiving, so you'll notice this is probably pretty late. They're getting posted, but not as bad as FS Economy. I'm like 2 months behind on FS Economy, if not more than that actually. But I got lucky. I had yesterday off, and today they gave me like a holiday day. Where they like pay you for working, but you don't have to work. Which I love. Shutting down for a day and give me a holiday day. I got lucky because not everyone gets that for today. So I got lucky. Then 3 more days of work and then 2 days off, and then I'll probably get nailed with one of those 5 or 6 of those stretches, which are never fun. But oh wait, you gotta pay your bills. Yeah, I keep meaning to also keep practicing with the 787. I haven't flown it much since the release because I got so much other stuff to do. But I really want to get back into that plane. They have, one thing is they have a thing over here which you can look at for like charts and stuff, but as I remember I couldn't really get it to work, and it's supposed to work with like Navigraph and stuff. I'm gonna have to remember see exactly how you set that up. So I don't know, does it work with it to grab the charts as you're going, or do you need to already have them downloaded and put them in a certain place? I'm not sure exactly how that all works. Kind of a crappy day, the overcast here in Daytona Beach. I checked out Gunnison a little bit ago, and it wasn't too bad. There are clouds on the runway, but I think that's kind of weird. With has a thing with Opus with like the elevation of the clouds, and then you're like 7,000, 5,000, whatever feet in the air. So it has like the clouds on the runway sometimes. I'm not sure if that's like a screw up or what. It wasn't bad. You could see everything. There was just like one little stretch of clouds there. Alright, we'll turn right here. And I don't see anyone coming. Landing lights are on. Strobes are on. There's nobody coming, so let's go for it. No scenery for Gunnison, no scenery for Colorado. Get lined up here. Alright, let's go for it. Toga? Sorry, I had to change hands there. 80 knots.
V1. V1. Rotate. V2.
Getting really blown to the left there. Positive rate, gears coming up. Yeah, wow, she is really squirmy over to the left. So those low clouds, that really sucks. She is really fighting me. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and try. See if it'll give it to me at autopilot. Yeah, it actually shows the wind coming from that way. So it should have been blowing me to the right. And technically, we should be taking off from the other end, but the windsocks even said that was the correct runway. Kind of odd. Alright, flaps going to 1. Yeah, she's trying to bank left into the wind as well. Flaps going up. Oil brakes off. Mirror off. OCD with the clicking. Yeah, it's too bad. It's so overcast. Check the progress. 9.2 at 18:38. It's gonna be, wow, almost 3.5 hours. It's a long flight, although you're going against the wind, like I say. This will make it take longer. Taxi light coming off. And I guess she's probably got the correct altitude and the correct speeds for each one. Yeah, it looks pretty good there. I'm happy with that. Nice blue sky when you get past these daggone clouds down here. It's kind of bad, some of it. There's just clouds forever as far as you can see. It's a pretty good view. Move the range up. Yeah, I set the routes up to come way out over the ocean. I didn't think it was going to be quite this far out of the ocean. But I hate getting out of the airport and taking a direct left or direct right. And that's what there's only one SID, two SIDs. One to the left and one to the right as soon as you come out, and I hate that. Alright, 10,000 feet. We got up quick. Like I say, we aren't very full though. Alright, well, we've got around 2.5 hours, no, sorry, 3.5 hours or so, which is going to be a long recording, and there's not too much to see, thanks to the weather. So, with all that, let's go ahead, I'll go ahead and speed on up, and we'll be back in just a little bit. Alright, everybody's slowing it down. Move my mic a little bit. You can see we're like right over. We are so close to the ground. It's kind of crazy. I've got it set for 10,000 here. We need to check our approach speed. Move it down to 118. See, we're actually a little low. We were high just a little bit ago, but now we're actually a little low. That'll be alright. Easier to correct that than to come in a little too high. Tree brake set at 2. I'm going to go ahead and flip on the landing lights. I know it's not 10,000, but at 10,000 feet we might be a little busy, so we'll go ahead and get that stuff out. We need to start getting our flaps out as well. Let her slow down a little more. See, actually wants us to be at 240 at Simas. We're actually slower than that. I think it'd be too hard to slow down. Maybe that's why. Just kind of bypassing that. I don't think we can quite get our flaps out at this speed. Alright, so is it 122? 123. Really should be 122. The airport's going to be down there somewhere. I'm not sure which side of the river it's on. Alright, Gunnison. Alright, now let's start getting the flaps out. Alright, so flaps are at 1. Move them down to 2. Runway heading is, let's see, 064. There you go, 064. Looks like it might be on the left side. I'm not sure, that might actually be a lake, not a river. I can't tell. See, 167, so we're pretty good right there. What waypoint is that? Alright. See, we're really pitched up now. That's how it's got itself. Yeah, we're pitched up like 5 degrees or something. That's kind of crazy. Yeah, it's off to the left over here. See, it's got us pretty much a level flight too. I guess that is because we were so low. I still don't see the airport. Unless it's going to be right there, actually. I noticed it right as I said that. 140. Alright, so let's see if we can hit the Vorlock here. I think we might actually already have it. And 10,000 is the go around height as well. Set the approach hold. I'm not sure if it's Cat 3 or what. Gear coming down. And flaps. I believe that's flaps 10. Swear, trying to get situated here. I can't even get myself situated. There, I was about to say, it hasn't gotten to it yet. Go ahead and say 130. 2,000 above now. More flats. Number 122 is the approach speed. 1,300 above. We'll see that with the terrain is kind of crazy there. Alright, auto throttle's coming off. Going to full flaps. Moving the joystick, that's why it brought it up. Man, I can already feel the wind moving us around crazy. Let's see here, when it brings us to 1,000 above, it seems like we're a little close. Kind of wanting to go ahead and grab it. Here we go. 1,000, autopilot is off. Getting a little off left. Can't quite get her over there like I want her to. Now we're off to the right.
200. 100. Sync rate.
Agreed. How did we do that? That approach got really funky. Man, oh day. I don't know if we're gonna be able to slow down. Probably smoked the brakes right there. We're in those funky areas where the terrain goes like that, moves. Man, I have to tell you what. I gotta use my brain more. Because I was really following the instruments, and we were right on it. But as we were getting closer, I was starting to think, man, we're like, it feels like we're way too high. And then as we got further closer, we were still on it, but you could just tell that we were coming in way too high. Why it kept following that, I have no idea. And it all got out of hand, because then I had to try to dive down, and we got the sink rate warnings. That was bad. I don't know why I keep making those kind of crappy mistakes. Let's retract the speed brakes. Spoilers. So hopefully the next flight is a little better. We'll be in the 900. Because I don't want to leave the 737 on that kind of a note. It's kind of weird. I was doing fine on the landings, and then we've gotten bad on them again. I don't know why. And some of that has been following my instruments instead of like PAPI lights and stuff. I know we've talked about that before. Yeah, see how like the train is going like that? It's so odd. Usually that happens at some of the airports in like the Middle East and stuff. And I always figure it's because it's areas that, you know, don't have a ton of scenery that they didn't really pay too much attention to. But here in Colorado, it's doing it. Alright, we'll stop right here. I should have turned the APU on. We got to turn on there, parking brake. And see, we hurt the plane again. We did damage. Alright, so taxi light coming off. And of course, as always, maybe I'll remember that in the next video. You're over on the generator. There's an APU generator. It shouldn't work though, right? It shouldn't. Because doesn't PMDG do a good job of that? APU's coming on. I'm going to turn the 8 bleed on. Haven't gotten the sense that we can use it yet. Kinda boring. Might just switch over and I'll get it later. So you all probably don't want to sit here and wait. Alright, everybody, here you are back in air. It was just 1%, so not that bad. Because, I mean, we were coming down really quick and fast, but I hit that, or I pulled the nose up, and I was still on the throttle a little bit, so that kind of helped. We could have done some really bad damage there. Luckily, we didn't. Come on. There we go. Stop the flight monitoring. Come on, air hauler. Come on, girl. Jeez. Seems like it gets longer and longer. Alright, so that's it with the 737 of the 700 series. It's on the A1. So this one's still at 100, so we'll try and keep that one intact. We can get that one. And I think the next one, I think there is one Jacksonville, which we have scenery for. It's our base. To Missoula, Montana, I thought. I can't get to Bismarck. That would be a cool one. Although, yeah, that would have been a good one. Because we have scenery. Wait, no, we have scenery for Bozeman. Never mind. Where is that? Missoula. I just saw it. Boise. Double Spring. Curacao. There it is. Missoula, Montana. Because we just have enough capacity for it. Goose Bay would have been kind of cool, too. It's actually a little bit shorter up there. Yeah, but we'll take it on to Missoula. So, and that should be the last one of the 737s. We've done quite a few of them by now. And then we'll move on over to the 787. But yeah, that's going to be it for this episode, everybody. I hope you all did enjoy it. I'll catch you guys on the next flight.